So the 80-20 rule means that 80% of the results that we want will only come from 20% of the actions that we put in, whether that be fitness, whether that be language learning, studying at school, becoming healthier, doing anything in life. Mostly 80% of the stuff that we do is actually wasted. When we take Japanese as an example, that means that only 1/5 of the stuff that you actually do, let's say you spend 5 hours a day studying. That means that probably, if you don't have the right method, only 1 hour of that 5 hours is actually giving you results. So in this video, I will help you optimize it so we get maximum results, achieve fluency as fast as possible, with the minimal amount of effort. My name is Tomek, and the last 6 months I went from not being able to study Japanese for even an hour to being able to do it for 4, 5, 6 hours every single day. And I made more progress in that time than I did for like 2 years before that. If you want to copy my exact method, click on the first link in the description. So basically there is a couple ways of studying Japanese. Let's say there is 5 mostly used traditional ways of studying it. There is textbooks, there is apps, there is using flashcards, so learning vocabulary, there is speaking, and there is immersion. But basically no one that I know actually got fluent from using just the first 4 of these. So no one got fluent without immersion. And if they say they did, it probably first of all took them like 10 years to achieve a reasonable level in Japanese. And they only did it because throughout these 10 years they just listened to enough Japanese to take them there. That means that you could be studying for 5 hours every single day, but speaking, textbooks, apps, flashcards, all that could be wasted. This also means that you could only be studying for 1 hour every single day and achieve similar results. So basically when it comes to Japanese, immersion is the 20% of the action that you put in that will give you 80% of the results. This 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, was like introduced in economics, and people use it for like bodybuilding, fitness, business and stuff like that. But in these scenarios, it's that you can only do like 1 hour of actual work every single day. You could spend like 5 hours at the gym, but you will achieve like 80% of the gains if you just go for like 1 hour every single day. But when it comes to learning a language, we're lucky, because we can extend that 20% and basically take that 20% and make it 100% of everything that we do. And then we can make that more and more and more. So let's say normally you used to study 5 hours a day, but only immersing for 1 hour. Let's say you take that and you only immerse. You don't do anything else, but you immerse for like 5 hours every single day. That means that if somebody got fluent in like 10 years, only immersing 1 hour a day, that means that you could be fluent in 2, immersing 5. And that other person also studied for 5 hours a day, you also study for 5 hours. It's more fun for you because you just watch content, you just watch Japanese YouTube and stuff like that, and you get faster results. This is something that I don't really understand about people in this language space community. They teach you all sorts of different things about textbooks, about like optimizing your Anki, like the vocabulary that you learn. There is like yesterday I've seen somebody made like a video or like a live stream of studying Japanese, and I looked at the live stream and it's just Anki, and I looked at the time, it's like 9 hours. This person spent 9 hours in one day only studying Japanese words. And this is so sad because like learning with flashcards, with Anki, is still pretty difficult, right? If you ever did it, like if you ever seen like you have 300 reviews to do, like it's very difficult, right? It's tiring, it takes a lot of time, the mental effort, you're just staring at the screen, clicking 3, 2, 1, 4, like the amount of time that you want to like review the card in, like alright, this is difficult, let me review it in 3 days again. Alright, this is pretty easy, let me review it in like a month and stuff like that. It's not easy, right? But sadly it will like, if only that person like spends 10 hours in a day, like how long is that? It's like a ridiculous amount of effort, a time to put into anything every single day. They would achieve so much better results just from like watching Japanese YouTube. If you ever wonder about what to do when you're studying Japanese, If you wonder, oh, maybe I should do my Anki today, oh, maybe I should study with a textbook, maybe I should learn more grammar rules. Don't even like care about that, honestly. Just immerse, you know, it will give you the most results. It is the single thing that babies do when they learn a language. They don't do anything else. They just immerse, they just listen to native content and they get fluent in like 2 years. And also babies sleep for like 18 hours a day. 2 hours, let's say, they eat, 1 hour they like shit their pants and the parents have to like clean after them or some shit like that. So they only listen to their parents like a couple hours a day, maybe. You could do so much more than that. You could achieve fluency even faster. As an adult, as a human that actually has the mental capacity, like the cognitive functions well developed, you can achieve fluency even faster than a baby could, but only if you prioritize the 20% that is the most important, which is immersion when it comes to Japanese. A lot of people are gonna disagree with me on this, saying that, alright, like you've gotta do your flashcards, you've gotta do your Anki reviews, and I mean, yeah, maybe, like it's, but to a reasonable extent, you know. If it takes you like, let's say you could be immersing for like an hour, the amount of stuff that you will learn from that compared to like 1 hour of Anki is just, like, it's not worth it in my opinion. If you have a bunch of words that you really want to like remember, stick them into your head, maybe do like 20 minutes of Anki when you're free. Like me, I have like an hour free at school every single day, like there is just nothing really going on that's this serious that I have to listen or like write something. I cannot really plug my earphones and start listening to like Japanese content in class. So then I do my Anki, then I learn like a couple kanji. In my opinion, it should only be like a time filler, you know? Because you could spend 80% of your efforts on Anki and it will give you like such small results. Textbooks and apps, like I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's a complete waste of time in my opinion. I never really did any of these conjugation grammar exercises and I still did around pretty fucking well, you know? You can get all that from immersion, like your brain will figure this stuff out. There is also one thing which is speaking, you know? This is a more difficult topic because speaking is really very important when it comes to learning a language. But speaking in itself will actually not give you any new results. It will not make you progress, if you know what I mean. There is this level which is your passive vocabulary, let's say. And the passive vocabulary, your passive ability, goes up and up and up as much as you listen to the language. Because you hear new stuff, you get accustomed, like you get more used to hearing the expressions in Japanese. So your passive level goes up. But speaking will only take you as far as your passive level is, and it will not even reach it. Like even native speakers, their passive level of understanding or of the language is nowhere near the level that they can actually speak it. So there is not really a point in trying to improve your speaking to that extent. What I've seen is that most of the people that only immerse doing a minimal amount of speaking, not doing something ridiculous like speaking 2, 3, 4 hours every single day when they're in the beginner stage. These people are able to quickly catch up in just a couple days of speaking when they haven't spoken that much beforehand. You shouldn't really base your Japanese level on speaking. It should be like this awesome thing. You know, speaking should be like flexing your muscles at the end of a workout. It shows you how much progress you've made. It quickly motivates you because like, oh, alright, I'm this big guy, like I've progressed so much and it's motivating for me to study even more. So it should only be that, but it will not give you more gains. When you flex at the end of a workout, like you're not gonna build additional muscle. You'll only see how much progress you made and it's a little bit fun looking at the physique that you've built. This should be the same with your speaking. You shouldn't base your studying on it. So remember the 80-20 principle, and whenever you wonder about what to do next when studying Japanese, just immerse. Just do the 20% which is the most important. Thank you for watching, and then if you want to get my little course like this program that I made in Japanese to copy my exact method, there is a link in the description for that. You can subscribe to this channel if you want, and thank you for watching and see you.